gentlemen, we are the Millie Goats. We're back. We're just waiting on the other guys to get here. We're a few minutes late. If you listen to the podcast on Monday, it doesn't really apply to you. But for everybody else who's tuned in here tonight, as we talk golf, Scottie Scheffler, absolute machine, freak show. We've got Game 7 going on right now between the Florida Panthers and the Toronto Maple Leafs. And the Maple Leafs are getting booed off of their own home ice. So pretty bad. If you're a Leafs fan, they look dejected on the bench. It is not a pretty sight in Toronto. Pretty much what everybody had said all playoffs is that the Florida Panthers are going to grind them down. The Leafs got a little what do you want to call it? Got a little life the other night in Game 6, and then now it's just been like, you got to be kidding me. So, Edge is here.
Let's get it going.
Dude, we're doing a little different today because it's episode 245. Shout out you, May 18th, 2025, National I Love Reese's Day. Since its creation by H.B. Reese in 1928, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups have been a favorite in America. In fact, the candy tops the list of best-selling today. Did you know that? Oh! We got a Maple Leafs goal. Sorry, I didn't mean to scream in your ear.
Yeah, it's all good. No, I did not realize that.
Okay. You are fresh off the golf course watching Scottie Scheffler absolutely beat the pants off of everybody.
Well, yes, I am fresh off the golf course. However, it was my first major event, my first pro tour. You know, like I'm fancy. I get to go to the golf course kind of thing. Didn't see shit for golf. Honestly, like I felt terrible because like I hate a crowd of people. There's a crowd of people following DeChambeau and Scotty and everybody around.
Oh, yeah.
The PGA app for Quail Hollow was about 2 holes behind.
That's terrible.
Yeah, so like I was trying hard to like keep up with shit, and you know, it's like we waited on probably like I think it was the 12T for a couple of guys like go through. Saw Glover just launched an absolute piss missile down the middle.
There's your guy.
Yeah. And you know, we saw Bryson launch a couple, and then you like move on to like 15 to try to get ahead of people, and you can't see like what's going on with number one. Like I didn't even know that Scheffler and Rahm were tied at one point. You know, like it was just I didn't know that. And then all of a sudden I get to the 17 green, you know, and we sat down finally for the first time in the day, and you know, my feet are roasting and I'm starting pounding some beers. And next thing I know, I was like, holy cow, like look at the score right now. Like what this is like must see TV that you got to watch, but you can't because you don't have a TV. You're watching it live, you know. but other than that, it's all good.
I was gonna say that's the issue being there. You know what I mean?
I know, yeah.
Like there's nothing you can do. Oh, we got somebody special coming in.
Oh my God, let me tell you about this.
Hey, you didn't get to see. Hey, Mr. Famous, who's gonna get the Grand Slam first? You or Scotty? G.U.Y.S here.
I'm 2 for 2. I've been there for the final round by the CBS camera twice for the majors. Both winners have only been there once.
I got the hold on. I got the picture somewhere. Go ahead, Edge.
No big deal.
So I think
there it is. There it is.
My wife said that we walked over 15,000 steps trying to keep up with G.U.Y.S ass today.
I kept telling Edge where I was. I'm like, hey, I'm with Michael Kim.
No, lies. Didn't say a word the entire time we're at the golf course. Didn't say a word the entire time.
I took a picture where Edge's seats were. I kept telling him where to be. And he's like, I'm on hole 3. And I'm like, who are you following? Like Thorben Olsen or whoever? Like he was like following these guys that, you know,
We were
Nobody's
running
heard of it.
away from the crowd. That's what it was. We were. If there was a crowd of people there, Edge was not there. But I can tell you one thing: I did try to catch up to you, and I just said, you know what? It's not worth it. It's too many people around here. I'm not dealing with it.
Well, you were also on 17, where we didn't get down to 17 because 18 is an absolute madhouse on Sunday every single time, and we have to get to 18, before those big names come through. We also thought we were anticipating Rahm not going +5 on the Green Mile, so we
Dude,
didn't know
he
if we were
was
gonna have
so
to.
bad.
We didn't know if we were gonna have to follow him to scoring. So it's like, I mean, you had two opposite ends of the spectrum. Rahm lost himself a ton of money on
Yes.
the Green Mile, where you had Harris English, who didn't play the last 2 hours the event was going on. He went from 8th place to 2nd.
Shout out Harry English, dude. That's passive income.
Hey, that's where you make your money.
That's what we were watching on 18, and my father-in-law and I were watching JT posted, and he missed that putt, and it was like, that probably cost him, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of dollars for JT posted.
Yeah.
So what were the vibes like out there? Because everybody was bashing Charlotte. By the way, we're going straight into golf, and then we'll get into the other stuff because we're talking golf right now. Shout out Scottie Scheffler. He wins.
I only got a little bit of time because I just got my car. I'm about to get in another car to go on a different shoot. But I would say Saturday was the best day. There was a lot of action on Saturday, a lot of movement on the leaderboard. There just wasn't much movement today. I mean, Scottie shot -1 today, and nobody could catch up. He had to have an absolute disaster, get arrested on the course or something for somebody to beat him.
Jesus.
Vindicated, by the way. Got revenge at the PGA.
The vibes were a lot better on Saturday too. It's Sunday, so people aren't going all out like they do on Saturday because they have to work tomorrow. Bankers don't take off on Monday. It's a big day for them.
Wait a second. I know somebody that went all out today.
Edge probably had the most beers on the course today.
True statement.
Oh, there you go. So we can confirm Degenerate, Mr. PSR host guy, said that his inside source confirms, Adam, Plus Money Golf, said that was about a $300,000 putt for JT posted. Oh, my God.
Believe it.
Wow.
Oh. I was standing beside his mom holding his child when he missed that putt, too. And she just turned her back and shook her head. You could feel the hurt for her son.
That's brutal. But, yeah, dude. So, Scottie, shout out you, dude. I have to say, whenever I was watching him do the mile, I was like, I see the boomstick. Is there a chance? Is there a chance? And so I started looking real close, and sure enough, I was like, give me a swing around. Bingo. There's our guy with the shades on, package, giant fanny pack camera thing. And there's J.U.Y. right there to your left, holding the boomstick as Scottie carries his newborn babe into Victory Circle Lane.
So I will say this though, like we talk shit about J.U.Y, but like to keep up with the crowd and keep up with those players are booking it through the course, right? Yeah. And J.U.Y.'s got it figured out where like he's like, hey, I'm gonna go to 8, and then I'm gonna go to 12, and then I'm gonna go to 17 or 18. Like he's got it where he's dipping and dodging. But dude, I'm gonna tell you what, like my calves right now and my feet are so swollen, my calves are on fire. Like hey, props to you, dude, because you're carrying that crap. You're helping the camera guy. I got a new respect for you, dude. Like even though I always talk shit that you don't do nothing while you're just sitting there holding the microphone, but dude, just walking a day, I'll give you props for it.
Well, we also have a cart.
Oh my God! Here we go! Like what a cheater! Giving you props, and you're like, "Oh, I just rode the golf cart around today."
There are tournaments. There are tournaments that I do walk, but for like this one, most of my sound stuff that I do is on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then Thursday, when the tournament starts, I really just like help out the camera guy, get around, and we leapfrog with another camera team. But it's still, dude, bobbing and weaving all the people. You got drunk people that are on their phones, and that's what makes the Masters so great. It's like people actually hear you on the cart. You're yelling at people here, and it's like trying not to clip somebody's ankle, and it's just this course is actually set up a little bit better because they have a main road for service road for the trucks to go in and out, so you can take that to avoid people. But a lot of those courses, it's tight.
Texas at your nose. It's wheezing.
Dude, yeah, mute your mic, Tex. Jesus Christ. It sounds like a chainsaw.
Oh, is it too loud? Hang on.
No, breathing
The
through
mic's not too loud. Your breathing's too loud.
Yeah, do you need a breathing strip up in that nostril? Good Lord. Well, I
don't
will
know,
say
dude.
this, though.
Hey, we've
I'm just
all
far
been
away
there.
from where.
J-Vi, I will say this, though. I will say this, J-Vi. Like, talking about bobbing and weaving and, like, people walking in their way and stuff. There's one thing that I can appreciate now more than ever is, we left the 17th green, like, after Scheffler, he just straight up, demolished it. And I was like, hey, let's book it. Let's go catch J-Vi at 18. So me and wife, like, get up and start stepping it. And there's 15,000 people on 18th green, and I couldn't tell you what was going on, but one thing that like truly caught my attention that you saw at the Masters versus here is I watched the final putt through other people's phones, because there was like you could take every single person had their phone up in the air, and like that's how I watched it to see that he sunk a putt. Versus you can go back and look at the Masters and there's nothing but just people like locked in and zoned in, and like that's what's great, dude. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be like. Because what are you gonna do? You're gonna post that video on social media, like,
same video cool. Everybody else has.
Same video everybody has. Everybody saw it on TV. Like cool.
Never gonna look at it again.
Right, but yet everybody's on their phone instead of paying attention to what's going on, making history.
I'll tell you, dude, it's funny because we all joke about it because, we're at the Masters. We can't take our phones out. We can't do all this stuff. And, like, the first 2 or 3 days we're at these other tournaments, we're, like, all scared to pull out our phones and, like, look at them. It takes us a few days to be like, okay, it's okay to check a message or talk to a producer, through text messages, because it's like, we still have radios. Like, we have walkies and stuff, but sometimes it's just easier. Because you don't want, you're trying to tell them something that everybody else doesn't need to hear, whatever. But like, yeah, it's hard because, especially because nobody knows their surroundings. Like nobody pays attention to their surroundings when they can have their phone. Can't tell you how many people I almost clipped with the golf cart.
Oh, I don't doubt it. Yeah, I mean, my wife almost lost her Achilles today because some dude on the golf cart was about to run her over. So I don't doubt it.
I had to text my brother yesterday because my dad and brother went yesterday. I'm like, hey, you need to watch Dad because I know Dad sometimes gets lost and doesn't, pay attention to his surroundings. I was like, I don't want him to get clipped, lose an Achilles out there.
Yeah. By the way, I just checked my phone because, texts are delayed, with 18,000 people on the golf course. And I said at 10:48, hey, we just got here. You said Michael Kim is on 10. I said, all right, cool. We're on 3 tee box now because we just got there, right? So we just walked to 3 trying to get ahead of people. You text me again, and then I didn't hear from you for another 3.5 hours. And I said, what hole are you on? You said grabbing some food. And then the next text is we're on 18 the rest of the day when it's at 5 minutes till 6 o'clock. So
I said following the leaders.
No, you did in a group message, not to where I was at. You know how many leaders? What are you in the top 5? I mean, what leader are you talking about?
We followed the top 5 last group.
I was with the top 5. What are you talking about?
Yeah, on one hole, the one hole I didn't go to all week. I told you I didn't go to that hole all week.
The best part about it is he'll text you and call you like he's so mad at you because you haven't seen him yet.
Yeah, hey, I know. Yeah, like what, you didn't want to hang out? I even called him in the middle of it. I was like, he acts like he's working or something. Right after Scottie won, I was like, dude, you're not working. Just answer your phone. I know you got AirPods or something going on.
Edge, look, here's the deal. You're trying to yell at me. The real person that we should be yelling at is Butch, because he showed up yesterday and I didn't hear a word from him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Which
But see,
He
that's
is out
typical.
there.
Look at you deflecting already, though, because I just called you out. Typical Bills fan.
I told you
By the way,
yesterday.
Bills
I
fans
did
are
the
mad at
leaders.
us again.
But Edge isn't telling you what I told him earlier. I gave him some insight because Edge trying to make it sound like he walked around, his calves hurt. He was in a suite all day.
I
And
saw the video he finally
Negative.
sent.
I was not. No.
I gave
No.
him some tips to make him sound like he's some golf guy, some smart golf guy that he could be dropping some knowledge in his suite with his guys that say that they shoot a 5 handicap and they really shoot over 100.
Let me tell you how this went. YV was foaming at the mouth chasing Bryson DeChambeau all day and wanted to, follow him around the golf course. And then there's video proof of me walking the course, not in the suite, too, because I sent it to AK. And I even told DeChambeau to come on the show.
Oh, yes,
and,
you did give me that video.
And then towards the end of the day, I said, hey, my fat ass is tired. I need to sit down. And that's when we went to the suite. And by the time we got to the suite, everybody was so hammered, I wasn't going to say anything. Like, I threw a couple of dollars because they had a couple of, bets floating around closest to the pin or whatever. I threw a couple of dollars down in the suite, and that was it. That was my golf day.
Speaking of bets, how about whenever Scottie was plus 210 to win the tournament?
I told you.
How
I don't bet on events that I'm working, but I told you.
I'm telling you,
I called it. There's proof.
Yep. But it was just one of those things. I saw it. I was scrolling through on my Saturday recap or Friday, whatever day it was, and I was like, plus 210, and he's what? A stroke back with Jonathan Vegas? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That's you. I mean, bet your savings account on that. You could have changed your life around with that. But anyways, Scottie Scheffler wins by 5. The PGA Championship, his third major. There were some other storylines here, but
first win Scottie has had when I've been in attendance on tournament days.
So the streak is over.
Yeah, he broke the streak. Shout out, Scottie.
Credit to. Wait a minute, who's here now? Butch is here, trying to save his face. Yes, the whole crew's here.
Butch, why didn't you say anything,
brother? You know I don't have to save this thing.
Bush texted me and asked me if I was working. I said yes, and then I didn't hear anything else.
I asked what hole you were on, and you said I'm following Scottie, and I'm following DeChambeau.
At least he told you who he was following. He didn't tell me nothing.
What
I'm
hole
always
are
with the
you
leaders.
on?
I'm always with the
Follow
leaders.
Scottie, and then I'm going to DeChambeau. What hole are you on?
Yeah, that's the same thing I got, Butch. I said,
wait, he made it seem like you didn't text him at all.
I'm following the top 10. That's all he said. The top 10. Oh, okay, well, sure.
The leaders. I'm with the leaders. You guys should know where the leaders are at. How do you guys not know where the leaders are at? That's not my fault.
No, that's not how golf goes because
yes, it is.
Harris English was in the clubhouse for 2.5 hours and went from outside the top 10 to second. Okay.
Harris English was on his private jet, not in the clubhouse.
Yes, Butch. He's following him though. He's got the tail draft.
So were you? Oh my! They're throwing the Leafs fans are throwing stuff on the ice while they're playing games.
Wow.
Their jerseys on the ice. Oh, dude. Okay. Scottie wins. Whatever he got in the lead, was there any doubt? Did anybody doubt this? That Scottie Scheffler was going to win this tournament?
Well, let's be honest though. Like, let's talk this for real. Like, are you saying that once he got the lead yesterday, was there a doubt that he was going to not win a day? Because let's be real. Like, I knew going in today, I was like, he's going to win it. Like, there's no way he's going to win it. And even on the bus ride, because I was the peasants today. I didn't get like a police escort like G.U.Y.S did to the golf course and stuff. So I had to ride the bus to the golf course. And even somebody like one of these frat guys behind me was like, Yeah, like you knew on Wednesday Scheffler's going to win this. I mean, especially winning yesterday or in the lead yesterday, he's going to take it on Sunday. I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong at all. So
He's a favorite.
it wasn't a
every
doubt.
week.
It was
I mean-
just this like see what the rest of the field shook out today. I think is more or
He's
less than
converted
anything.
7 straight 54-hole leads, meaning when he's had the lead, he does not. He doesn't lose. He doesn't
Right.
lose.
Well, he came in with a 3-stroke lead. Like seriously, he would have
Playing with Norrie.
He would
offense.
have had to have gotten arrested to not win today. I mean, I've been saying for a while, like every guy on the PGA Tour can go out there and shoot a -6. Obviously, I mean Harris English did it today, but nobody can do it.
Very guy.
Consistently
Multiple winner
all weekend. And yeah, Scottie didn't do it every day, but he shot -2, -3, -6, -1. Like he did it more than everybody else.
He's so good.
And he does it consistently.
He's so good. I don't get it. He's crazy good. He also made $62 million a year and showed up wearing plug-in headphones. Shout out to Scottie.
Yeah.
What?
Is he in the Aaron Rodgers club where he doesn't like
Dude, get that man a cold blanket, put him on a beach. Or get him a blanket, put him on a cold beach.
Get him some hair plugs. No offense,
Dude.
Scottie. Shout out, Scottie.
He's about to go into the LeBron James phase of his career.
God dang.
I love the fact they told him to hoist up the trophy, the Whatamaker trophy, and the top was off.
Gives himself a concussion. He's like, yeah, and then the top goes flying off, dude.
It was like he threw a huge salt shaker over his right shoulder, and he's like, boom.
The real question is how many beers can that trophy hold?
43.
Hey, you think he's going to try to find out? Oh, speaking of beers.
It's 43.
62 million.
Oh, J-Bot coming out with the actual number.
Speaking of beers, shout out Brooks Koepka. You can probably fit a whole case of Miller Lite in there. He got caught buying beer on Friday at the
QT. I mean, tell me this isn't the most Charlotte thing. Like you go to QT, grab some Miller Lite
Dude,
and a can of dip, and like let's go to the house. Our golf days are over right now. So,
dude, that's a funny picture.
Our golf days never started.
We're not making it to the weekend. I did see a tweet too that he said, "Is there any Walker guys still playing in Charlotte?" And nobody responded. It was like, "Well, we're in Greenville. Like, come on."
It's like, dude, if I drive about 4 hours east, and then we'll talk. But J-Vod, you talked about Scottie having a new driver too. This wasn't a huge story. It was Rory not having to get a new driver.
Yeah, both Scottie and Rory's drivers failed their test or whatever, and it tends to happen for those new carbon fiber drivers when you use them a ton. When you hit them so many times, they lose I don't know the whole technical specifics around it, but both of theirs failed inspection. So everybody's making a big deal about Rory having a new driver or backup driver. So did Scottie. And what did Scottie do? He went out there and won the tournament by 6 strokes.
Yep. Do we have a how dare you? Because I want to jump right into that from my experience on Saturday.
Do it. Let's talk about golf. That's what we're doing right now.
So the group, Rory and Xander and Christian Kirk was all playing together on Saturday. And I was on 13th green, and then we walked over to watch them hit off 14th tee. And everybody's just cheering for Rory. I'm like, everybody's, Rory. So I'm just like sitting, I get breaking the noise, and I was like, let's go, Xander! I was like, we're Americans, man. He's an American.
Yeah.
Like, hey, shout out. Speaking of that,
Kirk, let's
10
go.
Americans have won this event in a row. How about that? 10 Americans have won this event in a row.
That's right.
But yeah, I don't. And it was
never lost.
Nick says Rory is that dude.
Oh,
I don't.
well,
Why?
I mean, I get it. I mean, I'm not faulting people being his fan. I'm just trying to make about it, and say, hey, cheer for the Americans, man.
Hey, I agree.
Rory's not in it anymore.
Right,
he got his Grand Slam. He said in his press conference that he'll never be as happy as he was a month ago. I mean, that
And he's-
doesn't tell me that he wants to. That he really his heart's in it anymore.
He lost the drive.
Or
He lost his
he lost
driver.
his driver.
Ooh.
Same joke at the same time. Let's go. Also,
Hey,
I want to
last thing
see
I'm
this.
gonna say. Last thing I'm gonna say before I gotta get off. Last year, Bryson DeChambeau, T5 at the Masters, T6 at the U.S. Open. Won the U.S. Open. Same
Yep.
stats this year.
Yep.
Early
I'm looking
favorite.
U.S. Open guy.
I'm looking at it right now, dude. Masters T6, PGA Championship last year, second. U.S. Open, he won. Open, he got cut, which was weird because it's a link style and he can usually drive the piss out of a golf ball. And then the Masters this year, fifth. PGA Championship, second.
I don't know.
Stats lining up back to back.
It's going to be hard for him to be the favorite when I've got the favorite for us to have our second career Grand Slam to happen this year.
Oh.
How funny is this going to
Me?
be if
Me?
J-Bot?
Me?
No, it can't be Spieth, dude. There's only one guy that can complete his Grand Slam now this year, and it'll be the second one of the year.
J-Bot. He's already been at the Masters with Rory when he won. He got his picture with Scottie when he won.
There it is, Scottie Scheffler.
I know. How funny would it be if Scottie just cucked Rory and was like, "Oh, you won the Grand Slam. Guess what? I did it in like 2 years. Took me 2 years to do it." That'd be so funny.
He wins the Open. He's got it complete now.
All right, boys.
Oh,
One thing
does he?
no. J-Bot, one thing I got to say before you get off is your secret is safe with me. I'm not going to tell Mrs. J-Bot that you show up to the golf course, run around all week, do absolutely nothing, and then just show up to the 18th green with a microphone, act like you've been working all week, because
That's right.
it's a proven fact now that you're a liar and you don't do nothing. Because I tried to find you today on the golf course. I even yelled your name when I saw you on 18th green, and you were like, "Yeah, whatever." So it's all cool. We know the truth is out now, J-Bot. We know what you do.
I'm on national TV.
I want to know. You were there. Was his microphone actually hooked up to anything?
Couldn't tell you because I saw him like as I was trying to get on the 2 mile long bus. Like I figured out why they call it the Green Mile now is because it takes a mile to get back on the bus just to get the hell out of there. So
Edge is right. The only time I had my bag on was on 18. But I did work. I did get on TV. End of story. Proof I was there.
Sessions are
Hey,
free.
you were Scottie. Who wins the Grand Slam first?
Hey, my money's on me.
You got to bet on yourself. I want to see the replica one. I want to see the Champions money clip. That's what you get for winning this thing. Do they put money in it? I want to see that thing.
Yeah, around 20 million.
What if they gave him his winnings in cash in the money clip?
Ooh. Hey, that's what they should do. That's what they should do.
Answer's no. Herbert stinks. Bye.
Oh yeah, Nicholas Swint asks. Let me ask something. So I'm a Chargers fan this year. Does Herbert get his first playoff win?
No.
No.
Oh, J-Bot left. He said no. And
He
left.
said no.
Hey, that's the Bills.
We'll see you.
Nick, that's a Bills fan. Don't let that man do that to you. Does he? I don't know. Are they going to make the playoffs? That's a tough division, dude. Tough division.
However, though, it was a funny schedule release by the Raiders where it said, did you see that? Where it said there's only 2 teams that came from California that won a Super Bowl, and it's the Rams and the Raiders. And it said, what about the third team? It's like, well, that's the Chargers. They haven't won anything. It moved on through.
What about the 49ers, dude? Jeez.
Yeah, they don't win anything either.
Tex. So let's finish up on golf here. What are these things? Tex. We got a picture of a turtle, one of those giraffe neck turtles that everybody was talking about.
Is that an alligator snapping turtle? Dude,
what is that thing? You're a resident reptilian expert. Look at this thing. They're everywhere. I don't know. They've
Tex,
plussed
what you
these
need to
things
do
in, did
is
they not?
turn the back drag down on that microphone you got. Good gracious, the gain is like blowing my eardrums out right now.
My bad. Is this better?
Yeah, it's better.
Yes, there you go.
Okay. Hang on. If I can turn the volume down on it.
But I'm
that
telling you, they
better?
had these.
Yeah,
it's better.
Okay. All
that's
right.
got to
I
be
don't
an
know.
alligator snapping turtle.
No, that's not a snapping turtle. That's like some sort of slider.
Look at how soft his shell is. There's no way that thing. I've been living
Yeah.
in Charlotte forever. I lived in Charlotte for a long time. We'd never seen one of these things.
That's oh, dude,
Yes.
I got it. That's
I don't know, man.
duck-billed platypus turtle.
A duckbill platypus.
Hey,
A duck-billed
Also-
platypus.
I don't know.
let's finish up Phil on the Shambles Meter honorary, because Phil said on March 16th of this year, here's a hot take: does Scottie win in 2025 before the Ryder Cup? I don't think so. Phil, yikes, buddy. He's won 2 in a row and the second major of the year. Not great, Scotty, or not great, Phil. Not great.
Seriously.
Who's got a vibrator going on in there? What is that noise? Somebody
It's got to be
What
Tex,
is
dude.
that
I'm telling you.
is somebody running a
There's-
blender
there's-
right now?
No,
Somebody running-
that's
I thought it was-
I got an ice machine, but that's in another room.
Oh, something's making a noise.
Can you hear that?
Yeah. What kind of
Jeez.
ice are you making, dude? Dude, it is 6
All right.
to 1.
Is this better?
Yeah.
Yes.
The Leafs are getting absolutely stomped. Holes 16 through 18 played plus 498 this week.
People in the stands are so mad at that game. They are so mad.
They were throwing stuff on the ice before it even ended. And then holes 14 through 15 played 301 under par. Holes 16 through 18, the Green Mile played 498 over par. So that was crazy. Here you go. Here's Nicholas Swin again. He said, "Did you see that we open up the season with back-to-back division games? Talk about a tough open, dude. You're going to know who you are right out of the gate, Nick. You're going to know who you. Oh, there it is again. I don't know what that noise
Hey,
is.
that actually favors the Chargers, though. I mean, Herbert always comes out beginning of the season fresh and lights out, right?
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's a good point. It's the end of the year where they start collapsing.
Yeah.
That's a great point. All right, we already talked about Roy not talking to the media. We did all that. We talked about Brooks Koepka. Here's our guys. Somebody's got us. What is that noise? That is terrible.
Yeah,
Text, we can still hear it.
Oh, man.
It sounds. There it goes. Whatever it was, that stopped it.
Dude, that's the ice machine in the other room. I don't. It's just on. I don't know what to tell you.
Dude, what is that thing? It's whatever. I thought it was J-Vi in the car, but the guys from the tournament, Novak missed the cut. Dang, that stunk. Woodland missed the cut. Homa made the cut and got everybody all hot and bothered and then flamed out. Davis Thompson missed the cut. Keith Mitchell missed the cut. Lucas Glover made the cut, dude.
Made the cut, and I saw him hit a couple of balls. Shouted out, go Tigers. Got a little snap in the neck when I said it, so hey, go ahead, Glover.
Hey, Ipte or whatever it's called.
You got a little snap in the neck.
Yeah, because he was walking, following his shot. I said, "How about them Tigers?" And he kind of
It gave okay.
DraftKings has the Chargers at 9.5
Woo! Wins or losses?
wins.
Mm.
Regular season wins.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to move on from golf. That was a fun conversation. And let's move into some Salute Your Sports stuff. Are we ready? We got a special segment just for Tex right here. Because people have been clamoring for his opinion on this. Let me everybody shh. Where's it at? I lost it. Okay, let's salute your sports, ladies and gentlemen, on your screen. If you can't see it on the podcast, we have the Dallas Cowboys schedule. Butch and Tex are going to predict the Dallas Cowboys record 2025 schedule. We start with Thursday, September 4th, the season opener at 8:20 p.m. For some reason, the Cowboys are in that game, even though they haven't made the playoffs. But lo and behold, there they are. Tex, I want you and Butch go right down the line. I'm not going to stop you, and at the end, we'll discuss.
Okay, I just want to preface this. DraftKings has the Dallas Cowboys at 7.5 wins.
Oh, go over.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm looking at 7 wins. That top line.
Yeah, me too. Like I
Okay,
see,
all right.
I see maybe.
I'm looking at 12.
Yeah. You're right, Butch. Season opener against the Eagles, win.
Okay, all right, that's one.
We haven't lost in the division on a season opener.
While
since
Dak
2016.
Prescott is healthy.
Yeah, well, okay, so 2019. We already heard that 1,500 times.
No. In
Okay.
a division game, in a season opener, since 2016. Okay. That's a win. Butch, agree?
Yep. Dude, those
All right.
first 6 games, wins. 6
Are
and
you
0.
counting
Okay.
a preseason too?
No, that top line is the first of the
I know.
season.
I was just making sure you weren't counting
Yeah,
the first
Butch,
3 on
Butch,
top
I'm
of
with
that.
you. I'm with you. I'm seeing yeah.
I'll give you that. Because I mean,
love a game of the week.
it might.
You got the Giants, the Bears, the Packers will be tough, but
The
the
1,
Jets
2,
and
3.
the
The only
the
ones I don't
Panthers?
know. I don't think you're going to beat the Eagles straight off the bat. I don't
Okay,
think
so
I think
Giants, the Eagles
So-
win, Giants win.
I say
No,
worst
no.
through the
Cowboys
first
win.
7 games
Sorry,
are 5 and 2.
Hey, shout out
Who do you think we lose to, Butch?
the Eagles. And
Eagles
the
won.
Packers.
No.
Depending on where's the command, I can't zoom in on that. Where's the
The Commanders'
Eagles
game's
game?
at home.
I'd say we split the Eagles and Commanders this year, depending on
Ooh.
how that is. But we beat the Giants twice. You're going to beat the Bears. You're going to beat the Jets, Panthers, Packers, Broncos, Cardinals.
You think you're going to beat the
Raiders.
Broncos?
Huh?
What, you guys
You think you're going to beat the
17-0?
Broncos?
Yes.
And you're
I
going to
do.
beat you're going to beat the Lions.
We didn't get that far. We didn't have to.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm leaving those as losses. Lions, Chiefs, but Vikings, yes. Chargers, yes. And then we'll wrap up. We'll split with the Commanders and
What-
Eagles, and
what
we'll
about-
beat the Giants. We'll have 12 wins right there.
What about the Raiders and the Chiefs?
Raiders will beat Chiefs. No.
Bro, come on, man. That's wishful thinking. Like this
You don't think we'll beat the Raiders?
I don't know.
Oh, my gosh. Now, you talk about wishful thinking.
Put it on the big board. That's all I got to
Nicholas,
say.
Nicholas Twint says that the game against the Chargers, he's bolt man up there. He said that's going to be should be on Fox America's Game of the Week. Could be, but the Cowboys might be irrelevant by then. So
yeah, I could see 12 to 13 wins here.
Are you
Get
kidding me?
out of here, dude.
So you're looking at the schedules. Giants, you got them as a win.
Put it down. I'm with you.
You're saying then bet it. You bet 11.5.
Let me go through it.
I'm gonna tease it. I'm gonna tease that sucker to 12.
I'm gonna say 9, maybe 10 tops.
Count
9, maybe 10.
Count them up.
Losing record. It's not going to be 9 wins. Just stop it. Stop this. Stop it. It's not going to be
just count
9.5.
them up. Count them up. Look,
Oh
Eagles,
my God!
Go ahead.
First week.
Go ahead, Tex.
We're going to beat the Eagles.
Not a chance.
Count them up. Count them up, AK.
All right. I got to put the tally. Start
All
the
right,
tally.
there you go. There's
Okay.
one.
One.
Okay, we're going to beat the Eagles week 1 for sure.
Yep.
Okay.
Giants going to beat them.
I'll give you the Giants. Yep.
Okay.
We're
The
6-0
Bears.
right
I'll
there.
give you the Bears.
Yeah, the first 6 games are 6-0 for sure.
The Green Bay.
We will lose. We will
6-0.
lose the first one. We will lose the first one against the Redskins.
Yes.
Okay.
We will beat the Broncos.
On the road. Beat the Broncos. Okay.
Yep.
We're going to beat them.
So
Yep.
Brother, you can't join the Mile High Club until you beat the Broncos in Denver, brother.
Going to beat the Cardinals.
Okay. Cardinals. So we're 8-1. Here we go.
Yep.
8-1. Wow.
Yep.
Bye week, we're undefeated. We're going to win the bye week.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're 8-1 going into the bye, and then it starts
Yep.
for down.
You're 8-1 going into the bye.
Going into the bye. Okay.
Holy sh-
We will
Beat the
coming
Raiders.
out of the bye week. We are always terrible. So we're going to lose to the Raiders
Oh.
and the Eagles.
No chance.
Okay.
So they're losing
Nope.
back to back out of the bye. Okay, so now there
Yep.
we go.
No.
Shocker against the Chiefs. Win.
Wishful thinking.
There it is. They're going to find their momentum against their 4 hardest opponents.
Yeah, wishful thinking.
We are going to because of the back-to-back games, we're going to lose against the Lions.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
We're going to beat the Vikings.
We have to stream that. That's going to be on. Dylon has to be on
Okay.
for that game.
So what are we at right now?
Well, you should have 10 wins right now. I got
Yeah.
You're
10
at
and 4.
8-1 going to the bye. You said lose against the Raiders. That's 8-2. Lose against the Eagles. That's 8-3. Lose against the Chiefs. That's 8-4.
No. He said shocker against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
9.
Okay, sorry. So 9-3 against the Chiefs. What'd you say against the Lions?
Loss.
All right,
Lost.
so-
I got 10 and 4. So beat the
Yeah, so you're at
Yep.
10-4.
Yep.
Beating the
Okay.
Vikings.
And then beat the Vikings. That's 11.
No, Vikings is
no,
10.
no, the season.
Vikings
yeah.
is 10. Okay. All right.
Chargers at 11.
Oh man.
Even Nicholas said they go 11-6.
I might have us at 14 wins, Butch.
Are you
I might have us
kidding?
at
Yeah.
14 wins.
Dude,
Dude, typical Cowboys.
sweep
fan.
that out.
All right,
11,
so
12,
garbage.
13. Boom,
So he-
boom,
so
boom.
here's
I might have us at 14 wins.
Yep.
I might have us at 14 because we're gonna. Hey,
13
look.
and 4,
Oh
brother.
my gosh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Couldn't
Hey,
Cowboy-
help it.
In those last 3 games, we're gonna win. We're gonna win those last 3 games.
dude, come on.
Chargers,
All right, so let me tell you how
Chargers,
this is going to happen. Okay,
Redskins,
this
Giants.
is going to.
all wins.
I think you're at 13-4 there.
Brother.
Yeah. I could 13 wins. Yeah, I could see that.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh.
13 and 4.
All right.
Spoken from a Cowboys fan. Congratulations.
Butch, do you have anything you disagree with? Do you have anything you disagree with, Butch?
I do not disagree with anything that you said. I think you're
Yes, dude. I
on
can't
point.
wait for this.
13 and 4 season. Y'all doing all
Got it.
your picking and grinning, and we got George on our side. So get out of here.
I got it right here, dude. I got it right here. 13-4 with a new head coach and signing George Pickens or trading for George Pickens. Okay. Can't
All right. AK, what do you call it right now?
wait. Eagles loss.
Yes.
I think they're going to lose at the Bears somehow, even though that hates me.
Come
It
on,
makes me-
dude.
1, 2, 3. I say they'll be 3-3 going to 2-3 going to Carolina. They'll be 3-3. They'll be 3-4 here, 3-5, 4-5, 4-5 at the bye.
Jeez, dude, murdering them.
5-5 coming out. Then they're
I
going to lose
can't.
about 4. Then they're going to lose. They're going to be 5-9 coming to the Vikings game. They'll probably beat the Chargers. So they'll be 6-9.
Where's the mute button at?
Dude, I'm telling you right now.
All right, so that's close to
8
what I was
wins,
thinking.
maybe 8 wins.
They lose to the Eagles. They win against the Giants, the Bears. Packers is a toss-up, honestly. Like that's debatable.
Edge, I'm about to go take this and smash it on the concrete. Right
I'll
here in
give
front of
you.
your
I'll
face.
give you.
Let's call Steven.
I'll,
At this particular point in
I'm
junction,
going to smash this on the concrete.
I'll
the
give you.
Dallas Cowboys
Hold
stink.
on, let me finish. Hold on. So lose against the Eagles, win against the Bears. I'll give you the Packers. I'll give you the Jets. I'll give you the Panthers. They're terrible. I'll give you the first win against the Commanders. You lose to the Broncos. Cardinals, damn, that's a tough game too. That's
Monday night.
God, I'll give it to you. Okay, I'll give you the Cardinals.
Oh,
But then this is where the tide turns though. Come off the bye, you're going to be terrible. Like Tex said, you're going to lose to the Raiders. You're going to lose to the Eagles. You're going to lose to the Chiefs. Lose to the Lions. Probably lose to the Vikings, and then you'll pull out a win against the Chargers. Lose to the Commanders again, and then beat the Giants. Mark it and bet it.
Okay.
We
So
we aren't losing to the Commanders twice.
Okay, sure. If that's what you want to tell yourself.
That's what I'm
Look.
telling myself. That's what I'm telling you.
I've got some more information. We're going to move on from that.
Get them.
Here are the top
Get
10
'em.
games ranked by average purchase price by TickPick. Half of them involve the Cowboys. This is exactly what Roger Goodell knew what he was doing, putting them on the first game of the year, putting them on Christmas, putting them on Thanksgiving. We're not idiots. You got Cowboys at Raiders. How is that the toughest ticket? Are you kidding me? Cowboys at Eagles. Eagles, Packers, Cowboys at Bears, Chiefs at Cowboys, Packers at Steelers, Cowboys at Broncos.
It's the Cowboys and Raiders is in Vegas.
I know, but that's just crazy.
It's
Anyways.
Vegas.
So here's another stat for you Cowboys fans. From weeks 12 to 17, the Cowboys play the Eagles, Chiefs, Lions, Vikings, Chargers, Commanders, all teams that won at least 11 games last year. Cowboys will be the first team in NFL history to play 6 straight games against teams that won 11-plus games the previous season.
Oh, yeah. And y'all are trying to tell us that we have an easy schedule.
I didn't say you had an easy schedule.
Nobody said you had an
Yeah,
easy
We said
schedule.
you're not going to win 13 damn games. You're sitting here looking at this schedule. Both you and Butcher. Well, I hate Butcher, but where am I wrong? You got the hardest.
Your toes on the line, man.
Tell me where I'm wrong.
You caught
We
your toes
just
on
did.
the line.
Market is 0.
We just
They might not,
did.
you know what? They might not win a damn game. They stink. Nick says JD5 and watch waiting to ball. You're right. The Tide is the Cowboys might have the worst quarterback in the division now. We don't know about Jackson Dart.
Brother, we got Joe Milton behind him.
Dude, Bazooka Joe. Oh, this was the primetime games. Look at these. Hey, all of our teams, except for the Vikings, suck at Dylon. Look at all these primetime games. All of us are America's teams. All of them. And here you go. The 5 most in-demand.
Every single one of them's America's teams.
They're all America's teams. You know why? Because it's American football. This is another stat from Adam Schefter, which was different than the one we
10 games that are played overseas.
Yeah, that's right. Golly.
Oh.
Anyways, here's another one of those. So now we got to do the 49ers. Now I'm going to go, right? Seahawks win. They stink. Saints might be the worst team in the league. Win. Cardinals, they always suck against the Cardinals and Kyler Murray.
Especially
quarterback.
Especially that early too. That early, yeah, y'all are done that early right there against the Cards.
I'll give that a loss.
All right.
Then we got the Jags. Absolutely.
Loss.
What
week
a
is
joke
this?
of a franchise.
Where
What
we
is
at
this?
now? Hang on.
Jags is week 4.
Week 4. So we're
All
4-1 at that point. We beat the Rams because we own the Rams, 5-1. The Bucks, I think the Bucks get us. That's 5-2. Falcons, not worried about them, 6-2. Texans, 6-3 on the road. 7-3, we're going to beat the Giants. Rams, we're going to sweep, 8-3. Cardinals, we get our revenge, 9-3. Panthers, absolute beatdown, 10-3. Browns, 11-3. Titans, 12-3. Colts, 13-3. I'm looking at this. I'm thinking 15 wins.
Okay.
15 wins. We beat the Bears, beat the Seahawks.
Okay.
15 wins. Am I crazy?
What's next? You're putting clips of schedule up here where we're going to go. Come on, man. What are we doing?
Am I crazy?
Yes.
The only reason you're beating the Browns is because Deshaun is getting married.
I want to recreate that picture he took with his now wife.
That's a good point.
Okay.
Butch.
Okay. All right. Tex or Butch, are y'all going to go demolish the schedule or do y'all want me to go?
No, go ahead.
14,
Okay.
15
You
wins.
take your first pass and I'll follow up.
Okay. Seahawks, I'll give you a W. Saints, I'll give you a W. Cards, an L. Jags, an L. Rams, an L. The Bucks. Where's that? Baker Mayfield comes out with a W. Falcons, you'll get a W. Houston, you're going to get your ass kicked. New York, you're going to get a W. Rams, you're going to get an L, and they are going to take the series, unlike what you said.
Okay. Forget
You'll beat the
history.
Cards for revenge, like you said. I'll give you that. Panthers are terrible. They're, shouldn't even have an NFL team in Charlotte. The Browns are terrible. Congratulations, you win a bye week. Tennessee, I'll give you a W. Colts, I'll give you a W. Bears, I'll give you a W. And then the Seahawks, a W.
So you're saying seven? Okay, so you're saying there were 6 losses there. So you're saying that it's 11-6 season. It's pretty good. It's pretty good if you ask me, especially with Brock Purdy.
What did you say about the Jaguars?
Jaguars are losing. They're losing.
No, he said lost.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
T-Law is going to win that game, yes.
I'm thinking lost to the Falcons, too.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
The Falcons are next to the
big
Panthers.
Penix energy coming through. Lost to the Falcons.
As much as you want Penix to be something, he's not.
They're banking a lot on Penix because they have how many primetime games do they have? They've got quite a few. The Falcons have 5 primetime games.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're really banking on Penix.
Or are they banking on another team pulling out a W so they can boost their rates up?
Maybe.
They may be banking on Jalen Walker.
Okay. I like that. I'm thinking 10 to 14 wins is in the question for the 49ers. It's the league's easiest schedule, by the way, by a mile.
Hands down, yeah.
So
yeah, this is the easiest schedule I've seen.
It is. Year. It literally is the easiest schedule according to win-losses percentage last year.
Holy moly. Yeah.
Yep.
They're like, and you're going to be pounding your chest the whole year. We need to.
You're damn right.
Save this.
So he's got the easiest schedule.
Brock Pease gets paid, and then you're going to be pounding your chest on the easiest schedule.
I'm sorry, play who's in front of you. I can't help that. Last year they had the hardest schedule.
But Butch, you know how this goes, though. You pay a player the next year that you pay them, or that year that you pay them. They don't come out and perform like they're supposed to do because they just got paid and they're protecting themselves.
Oh,
you got CMC getting married. You got Brock Purdy getting married, correct? Am I right? So you got the double marriage jinx. You just came off the Madden jinx. So like you're done, dude, already. Like we shouldn't even look at the schedule, even though it is the easiest schedule in NFL.
Hey, guess what? No other Mr. Irrelevance made as much money as Brock Purdy has. So why wouldn't he be the one to break the mold?
Congratulations!
Why would he be the one to make the? Why would he
back the truck up to his house, the Brinks, money truck, back it on up, wave it on in. However, he's not going to perform this year.
Okay, all right. I don't believe you for a second. Also, Jair Brown, yes, I saw his message on Instagram or whatever. The dude's getting ready to ball out. We need him to. His time is now. I remember.
Do you think they shipped in Brock Purdy's money in Toyotas?
Or John Deere? Did they drive a John Deere up to it?
Hey, he's probably going to give back to the community. That's what he does. It's kind of leader he is. Shit. All right. Here's the 3 headlines.
Where do we stand in line at?
Game 7s in the NBA and NHL give us nothing. There were absolute massacres. Caleb Williams is in the news again, blaming everyone else. Let's just call it what it is. Brock Purdy finally gets paid and deserves every penny. I don't know who wrote that, but that's correct.
Yeah, why do you keep talking about this? You send it all over all social media. Like you did your own video on it. Like this is irrelevant news.
You can do your own video.
Irrelevant.
You can do your own video too if you want. All you got to do is make a video. It's pretty simple. Okay. The Nuggets got destroyed by the Thunder today, and the Celtics got destroyed by the Knicks. So the Eastern Conference and Western Conference finals are set. For basketball, this is 2 minutes of NBA, and I just have one gripe with the NBA, and that was I think the Knicks are going to be playing the Pacers, and the Thunder will play the Timberwolves. And shout out this guy in the crowd who was distracting Jokic whenever he was shooting free throws. I called him Nacho KC Libre. The way he looked.
Which one's more distracting, that guy or the guy to the left of him?
Dude, I don't know. That guy right here looks like somebody that's a Microsoft like CEO type guy.
Yeah, like this. abnormally awkward, or because he's so
Dude,
smart. Like,
This guy with the mask on, too, with the wristbands and everything. Like, you're okay, man. That's pretty good. Just peak ideal male physical performance right there. So shout out that guy. Also, this graphic sucks. That was my gripe with the NBA. It's like Ant with like it's not a real tee. They kind of just tried to make like a Ninja Star tee for the Timberwolves green versus Shy with like a lightning bolt. So I don't know what they're doing with this graphic here.
I think you just described it.
Yeah, what is this? And then the second gripe I had was they said 100% chance of Thunder. Cease and desist right now, NBA. Cease and desist. The intramural champions, back-to-back champions at App State was 100% chance of rain. Our lawyers will be calling you. Get more creative than that, please. I think that's all the NBA. Anything on also Chet Holmgren has no swagger whatsoever. He wants to have swagger, but he has none. Also, Shea, the SGA guy, on his back all the time. He can't. That's what he does. Like he shoots and then falls down. I don't understand it. Nick says Knicks versus Timberwolves. I'll take it. Okay, hockey.
The Thunder is going to roll through that one. The Thunder's the finals champion.
Okay, Garth.
And Thunder rolls.
Don't do that. He'll probably sue us.
No.
Oh no.
Kidding. Oh no. In hockey, the Stars in OT at home, game winner, beat the Jets. It's over. Really sad for Mark Scheifele about what he went through. He did score in that game, so that was crazy. But the Stars will be playing Edmonton for the Stars have made the Western Conference Final 3 years in a row.
Scheifele also took a real bad penalty there at the end of the third period, going into overtime, and they scored on that power play in overtime to lose, or the Stars scored to beat the Jets on that power play that he took.
That sucks. He was having a rough one anyways because of his dad, so that sucks. But the Stars have made the Western Conference Final 3 years in a row, and this is the second year in a row we get Oilers Stars. So revenge narrative.
Mm-hmm.
The Eastern Conference Final will now be the Hurricanes as they demolish the Capitals, and Ovi said he was coming back, so there you go. The Hurricanes will play the Panthers, and that series should be total goals will probably be about 15 because those two teams are just going to bang each other on the boards the entire game, and it's going to be tough to watch. It's going to be physical, but it's going to be.
I'm gonna love watching it.
Oh, they're going to be
flying everywhere. I love it.
It just sucks because hockey, like now it's like all the teams that got all the high flying scores, just like the Leafs. Doesn't mean diddly poo, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like Edmonton's still in it?
Oh yeah, they're playing the Stars.
I wonder if their sponsor still shows up to the games.
I think that kind of got phased out. I think that really went crazy, and then it just kind of was like, I don't know. I think some stuff came out that was just not good. So I hear you, Nick. The only time Dallas will probably get a ring. That's what I'm saying. Well, they got the number one pick.
Oh yeah, coming
in your faces, dude. So, anything else on hockey? That was an absolute massacre tonight. The Panthers are so good. They're just the two hottest goalies are. I would say the Edmonton Oilers are going to have the weakest goalie yet again. Like you got Ottinger, who's a stud, Bobrovsky, who's a stud. Frederick Anderson's been phenomenal for both series. So, anything else on hockey? No. Okay.
It's going to be a really good series. I think Carolina's out for revenge this year. I'm pulling for them.
Yeah, I want the Canes to do it. I want the Canes to do it.
100%.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, here's other news from the NFL. Caleb Williams looked to find a way around the NFL's collective bargaining agreement in an effort to avoid being drafted by Chicago and considered signing with the UFL. Details from a forthcoming book reveal. Further in this book, there are quotes of him saying that he had to watch film by himself and he didn't know what he was really looking at. So
and no one taught him how to read film, is what he said. Like, let's be honest here.
Go before I have to go.
You make it to a professional league. You went through high school. You went through college, and you telling me you didn't know how to read film. What are you doing?
It actually explains a lot of what he did in college. It actually explains a lot of what he was doing in college.
I get that.
He had no idea how to watch film. He's out there running around trying to do stuff in the backfield like he's in high school still.
How can you evaluate this guy, parade around and tell us that he's generational, and then it comes out that he has no idea how to watch film?
How dare you to all the analysts out there that said, just like you said, generational talent, and they didn't even study how much he studies.
I mean, this is exactly what Tom Brady's talking about most of the time. When he's trying to say without saying, these guys don't know how to look pre-snap. They don't know how to look post-snap. He's saying without saying it. Like, if you listen to what Tom Brady's saying, he's like, I knew what you were going to do before you did. This guy's saying, I don't know how to watch film. How did you not make that part of the job interview? Hey, here's some tape. You know, like I don't know.
Maybe John Gruden was onto something. He's bringing these quarterbacks in, sitting down, watching film. What are you saying here? What are you doing here? Want to know what they're thinking.
Yeah.
So now is Kyler Murray wrong because he doesn't watch film, and maybe he just doesn't want to admit that he doesn't know what he's watching, and he'd rather just sit down and play Call of Duty?
Well, I think you can see it when you watch these guys play, though. Like, it's timing. It's your steps. The steps in your back, like when you're taking your drop, are supposed to be intentional, right? You're not just sliding your feet back. It's 1, 2, 3, balls out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, balls out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, balls out. Like, that's the whole point of the drop, because it helps the timing, because the guys who are running the routes are going to be in a certain spot at a certain time. But you watch these guys like a Justin Fields or even a Johnny Manziel, whenever they take their drops, they slide their feet, their lower bodies are sloppy, and then they just resort to just running around. And like DJ Moore was running off the field whenever the play was still going on when this guy was running around. Because he's like, he wouldn't throw the ball. And it's classic. Like, everything about him since he's been out is like, it's the OC's fault. It's the head coach's fault. They didn't tell, he was sitting there alone. Like, buddy, at some point, if all this is going on, you got to kind of look at yourself. Do you not?
One would think, but it's different world of how we're raising our children.
Quarterbacks, dude. Make our quarterbacks quarterback. I mean, I'd be you're not going to get out of a meeting. I'm about to pay you $300 million and you don't know how to watch film. We have to teach you how to watch film.
Make quarterbacks great again.
Make quarterbacks quarterback again is what it should say. Anyways, anything else on Caleb Williams? Everything about this guy.
This might not be Caleb Williams, but this is just quarterbacking in general. Like, no, everything's in game. One person reads what's going on with a defensive end or an outside linebacker or a corner, and it's not a whole systemic review of the defense anymore. With this RPO, with the wing gun, all this stuff that's going through high schools and colleges now, nobody knows how to read like a pro.
Yeah, there's no progressions taught. It's you've got your legs, you can use that, and you've got, 2 routes. He said no more on Caleb. I've heard too much. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Nick's. Yeah. Anyways, I'm just frustrated. Anyways, breaking news. Brock Purdy agrees.
Oh my gosh.
$265 million extension, $181 million in guarantees, dude.
And then guess what happens? He doesn't perform.
No, get back here, Butch. Get back.
Because he doesn't perform.
Oh, so this is what I can't stand about the whole Brock Purdy thing. Everybody's like, you're going to pay that.
I mean,
guy
he had
that
a losing
much.
record last year.
So did Joe
Losing record
Burrow.
last year.
So did Joe Burrow. So did Dak Prescott. He started games losing records. They got paid way more than he did.
Would he be the same quarterback if he wasn't in the system that he's in right now?
I think he
Could
would.
Could you take him and put him in Tampa Bay, and would he be the same quarterback?
I think he would.
I don't think that he's one of those guys. He's not a catalyst.
You take Baker Mayfield over him.
Oh yeah,
I would.
absolutely.
I would 100%. Yep.
Absolutely.
Would he be the same quarterback if he was a different one?
That's a good question, Butch.
That's a good one, Butch.
Good question. Make quarterbacks quarterback again.
Mm.
Everybody thinks that I'm not.
Butch.
Everybody thinks that I'm not going to sit up here and let Joe Burrow slide off the hook because everybody's like he went. Josh Allen would never have a 6-10 season. Patrick Mahomes would never have a 6-10 season. These guys are elite. Well,
You know who won't have a 6-10 season? Tomlin.
Dak.
Tomlin. Hey, that's a good one. Oh, he was making 4 years, $3.74 million. Now his next contract, he makes $3.1 million per game. So he makes as much as he did in 4 years every game now. That's crazy.
Congratulations.
Holy moly.
He's the highest paid player in 49ers history, the only quarterback from 2022 draft class to get a contract extension, and the only quarterback from 2022 with his original team. Leader. Icon.
And that's enough about the Niners.
No, it's
Brock
not.
Purdy. Jeez,
Absolutely
dude.
not, dude. Here we go.
Who's in charge of the slideshow?
First
I mean,
in pass yard per attempt. Second in passing touchdown percentage. First in passer rating. Postseason wins. He's tied for third with 4 since he became a starter. Huh?
if
Do you
you
want
show
more?
up with
Oh,
enough,
I got
no,
more.
dude,
I
come
got
on.
more. Let's go. The most efficient
All right. I can't handle this, man. I'm going to have to go.
2022 has been Brock. I think that's it, actually. He's ahead of Josh Allen, ahead of Patrick Mahomes, ahead of Lamar
All
Jackson.
right,
ahead of
all right,
Jared Goff.
next.
Okay. Oh, no, I had another
Are you
one.
serious, dude?
I was in there. Whoops.
Who's in charge of the slideshow?
Okay, sorry. Sorry.
Wait, do you
All right.
have? All right,
The
since I
Shambles
already
Meter's up next. Sorry.
hold on. Do you have the slide of the new America's team that is a proven fact that everybody's getting new tattoos? What I sent you, and you said you screenshot it. Did you put that in here?
I screenshotted
not.
something that you sent me.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, he didn't because he went on his Brock Purdy, like rant.
No. Hold on.
There's
Hold
a
on.
good
I have-
chance he didn't.
Hold on.
So while he's pulling it up, let me go ahead and tell you what it is. Last show, we talked about, is there a new America's team because of the schedule, right? Tex, you were there wearing your pride and glory old Cowboys jersey and hat. And I said, are the Cowboys America's team still, or is it now the Chiefs with all the T-Swifties? And there's a fan from the Cowboys that had a back piece tattoo that said, how about them boys, or something like that.
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
And
I don't know if I went that deep into the thing. I know which one you're talking about.
And he ended up paying to get his Cowboys tattooed, covered up, and got a Chiefs tattoo. Like, yeah, this is it. This is the video right here. Hold it
There
still.
it is.
So there's him getting his covered up, right, of a Chief. And once it gets done, there it starts as the Dallas Cowboys, and now it's the Chiefs.
Gosh.
Dude, you're
You
losing
turned it
your
into
fan.
Are you kidding me?
It's not even America's team anymore. It's not a Chiefs.
Man.
So what is that guy doing?
He had a Dallas Cowboy tattoo
Changed?
on his
Spending
back
a lot of money is
Changed
what I
teams.
think.
and had it covered up
Yeah, that was
Changed
a lot
and
of money.
said Chiefs. Yeah. He said, this is America's team now, and said Chiefs.
Nick agrees. He said he saw it, but it's a violation. You can't. Tex, you need to get Tex Butch P. You need to get rebuttal tattoos. So one of you has to get the Cowboys tattoo in solidarity. You know how you love how I'm just leaving Brock Purdy up on your screen right
Maybe just get half the star, so when both of y'all are standing beside each other, you can put
now.
your arms
Like
together.
one of those
you know?
best friends necklaces. Love that. Oh,
Let's
Brock
do it.
Purdy, I love it.
We're doing it.
All right, Shambles Meter.
Okay, what do I need to hit? I feel like I need to hit some music for the Shambles Meter.
Next.
Here we go. Shh. Shh. We went a little out of order, so we started with golf, which normally we never do, but we have to because it was Scottie. J.U.Y.S was there, Edge was there, everybody was there, so that was the most pertinent option. So here we go. Shambles Meter before we get to something. The Shambles Meter is number 4, the Minnesota Vikings. Number 3 is going to be Ohio State football. Number 2, NFL's fans' wallets. And number 1 is the Preakness Stakes. Okay, those are the Shambles Meter collective. We start with the Vikings. Why are they on the Shambles Meter? Whoops. Oh. Guys.
Oh, no.
The Vikings are on a boat.
Oh, no.
Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Aaron Jones, seen on a yacht on some water. You can pretty much put them in ink as being out. The torch has been passed from the New York Giants to the Vikings of never doing anything relevant in the playoffs again due to the boat fiasco. Thoughts, text, Butch, somebody. Am I the only one that thinks this is crazy?
And the West Side.
I don't get it. You can't be on a boat?
Don't you remember when OBJ went on the boat? It cursed the Giants. They're still cursed.
Oh.
Well, I just remember from the 90s there was like a Vikings boat incident.
No, I was referring to the OBJ incident.
Oh, I thought that's what you were talking about. They're on a boat again. That whole story took over the news cycle there for a little bit. The boat party for the Vikings.
Aren't
Nope.
the
I have no
Vikings
idea what you're
supposed
talking
to be on boats?
Yeah, I thought so too.
So you're
that's part of the mascot. There should be no issue. Like that's part of what Vikings do.
You don't think the ghost of OBJ is haunting the Vikings right now?
No.
Tom Brady was on a boat after he won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you can be on a boat if you win a Super Bowl. You could absolutely be on a boat drinking avocado tequila and tossing the Lombardi trophy across.
It's from boat to boat.
Whatever it is. My wallet's in shambles. I already spent the money on my Charger home and road games to attend. Hey.
Oh, Lord.
That's what I'm talking about. True fan.
Speaking of spending money for fans, that's next on your Shambles Meter, isn't it?
Buddy. In addition, so Ohio State's next.
Oh, Ohio State's next, yeah.
Here they go. Here goes Ohio State again. In addition to making flag planting at Ohio Stadium a felony, Ohio State's government has drafted a new bill to fine Fox $10 million if the Buckeyes play certain schools at news.
Wow.
At noon, I mean.
Wow.
They drafted a literal bill to say that they can't play certain schools at noon.
Wow.
Oh, I wonder what school that is.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't read the article.
How dare you?
Tell me you're against Michigan without telling me you're against Michigan. You know, noon o'clock.
I just don't know how I don't know how
this
this works because sometimes the networks have to scratch each other's backs with these primetime games. Like some of them get primetime games because it's their turn, you know? So
it's rotated.
I don't know how that works.
I'm trying to figure out.
Ohio State's trying to force Fox's hand and saying, you better pull your weight and make sure that Ohio State doesn't play Michigan at noon.
Wait a minute. It says
just so they can get paid $10 million if in case it does happen.
One competing team is the football team of a state university. Both competing teams are ranked among the top 10 teams in the Associated Press Bowl or as a successor of the National Collegiate NCAA Bowl subdivision or its successors. What are they trying to do here? This is funny.
Take a stab at Michigan any way they can.
Give Ohio State more primetime games.
Because they're trying to save what's their coach name? Day?
Yeah, Ryan Day.
Yeah, Ryan Day. They're trying to save his job even after winning the national championship because that's not even the biggest win for O State. It's only if they beat Michigan.
Oh, you know that it doesn't matter that they won the Natty this year. They can say that that's what
Exactly.
they wanted. It doesn't matter. You know it eats those seniors that never beat them alive. It eats them alive that they never beat Michigan.
Yeah. So the only reason he does have his job is because they won the national championship,
Oh, yeah.
and he's got another year to beat Michigan.
Right. They will. If he loses to Michigan 5 times in a row.
Yeah.
If you think I'm crazy by saying that, I don't think you understand the Ohio
know
State. You don't know ball.
You don't know ball.
And
Simple as that.
And last year was probably the worst of them because of the team that Michigan had.
Exactly.
Right. Before that, the teams were all really good and competitive. But this last year, they weren't. I mean, I don't think they were even ranked, if I remember right.
No, they only won like 7 or 8 games, if that. So, yeah, that's B. McCormick. That's right, dude. Fines for Newton Gate. I don't know what. They're getting too big for their britches is what's happening. Oh, no. He's a Dogs fan? SEC? Hey, hang around, dude. You'll see it. I love the
That's
SEC,
right.
too.
No, you don't.
Absolutely not. Okay, NFL fans are on the Shambles Meter, too, because they're going to be forced. This is Edge sent me this. This is the one I thought you sent me that you wanted me to screenshot. It will be forced. NFL fans will be forced to spend a minimum of $1,500 to be able to watch every single game next year.
What?
Sunday ticket is $522. YouTube TV $563. Peacock is $13.99 per month. Netflix is $22.99 per month. Amazon Prime is $89.99 per month. ESPN Plus is $105 per month or per year maybe, and then taxes and fees are around $200. So the total to have all those streaming platforms or all the games will be on your Thursday nights, your Sunday nights, your Monday nights, your Friday games, whatever, your Christmas games. That'll run you about $1,500 for the season.
I immediately could hear BMO in the background. Hey, are you watching the ticket?
Anybody got their ticket?
Hey, I get it every year, buddy.
Do you get it every? Oh wow!
I do. I get it every year. I've got it every year.
He has to because he's a West Coast fan, like an idiot. So
I just love watching ball, dude. There's like Sunday in the fall, man. I love it. So this scumbag knows there's sickos like me out there that want to watch this stuff, and I'm like, damn it, I got to have all that stuff.
I'm telling you, just get you a satellite card off of Amazon from that Prime membership that's already included in the $89.94 that everybody has, and you'll get your local teams on your channels for free.
So this they made a joke. This is about to be the NFL streaming schedule in a few years. Hulu Plus, Apple TV, Disney Plus, Sky Sports Football, Club Penguin, Roku TV, PBS Kids, Nintendo Premium, HBO Max, FanDuel TV, Temu Plus. It's gonna be.
Man, why don't they just have all this under one thing and where you could just buy it one time and that's it?
Yeah, there's some way you could consolidate all these onto like a box or something, you know, like a box that you could just hook up to your TV and they're all right there. That'd be crazy.
And you just pay one fee,
and you have a guide, like a guide that like lists all your channels for you.
Yes, that'd be great, and they'll tell you like what's coming up and all that, and kind of scrolls through. Yeah,
that'd be wild, dude.
Pretty good idea.
Number 1 over the weekend, the Preakness Stakes, which was absolutely electric, but it was ruined because what's his face, Sovereignty, Mr. NIL horse, didn't want to play practicing load management. So we had Journalism, who was the favorite of the Kentucky Derby, made a ridiculous comeback, but turns out Shambles Meter tape shows otherwise, ladies and gentlemen. The jockey, Umberto Rispoli, all-time name, cheated by pushing in between goal-oriented horse number 1 and Clever Again, horse number 8 at the stretch. From there, Journalism is sandwiched between 1 and 8. He bumps hard, goal-oriented, which then pushes Clever Again out of the race, therefore giving him space to run for his life. This is an utter disqualification. Anyone who's been in the horse racing or horse gambling business knows this very clearly. So they're saying this should have never counted. Preakness rigged. Preakness rigged. Tex, you like the ponies?
That was the most incredible 2 minutes in horse racing that I've seen in a long time.
Did you watch it?
Well,
Yep,
obviously,
I watched that little. Yep.
Do you stand with journalism or do you stand with whoever this guy is that's yelling at everybody?
If you ain't rubbing, you ain't racing.
No,
That's right. You're talking to a couple of NASCAR fans here, pal.
Mm-hmm.
Dale Earnhardt be rolling over in his. Well, actually, R.I.P. Dale Earnhardt. We don't use him.
I just don't understand how you can tell the horse, hey, don't touch that other horse. I mean, it's not a race car.
Well, they're saying it's the jockey's fault.
Well, who's saying that the other horse didn't bump him first?
And he went back. He went.
Whenever I was watching it, it looked like it's the old Star Wars hand shot first, or did Greedo shoot first? Who shot first?
It's
to
a
me,
trap.
It was the other horse.
It's a trap.
Yep.
Well, I forgot this was even on because the Triple Crown wasn't at stake. So, any thoughts on this, Edge or Butch?
no,
I think
not for me.
Tex pretty much summed it up.
Yeah.
If you're not rubbing, you're not racing. Oh. Well, I think that's – go ahead, Butch. Don't let me stop you.
Oh, no. Go to the next slide.
Okay.
Good.
I think it's just hang the banner time. That's it. Because we did everything kind of backwards. So we've made it to hang the banner. So we ready? You guys ready to do that?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Then we're out of here. What a show. Everybody was here. This was phenomenal. I got to figure out where I'm at.
You did it! Congratulations!
Hang the banners. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
Hang the banner for Clemson softball making it to the Super Regionals.
Oh my gosh, he's trying to get his tickets, Butch. He's trying to get his football tickets.
Yeah, it's not all about Brock Purdy. It's about Clemson as well. And then my second hang the banner goes out to these bartenders that were working the PGA Championship because they got paid this weekend for show. I saw it firsthand. There was guys whipping out $20 bills for tips back to back to back. Now, I will say I am a fan of how the PGA did come back and give free concessions with your ticket. Jack the ticket price up, free concessions with the ticket. However, not so fast because they also jacked up the price of alcohol where it went from $8 to $10 a beer to like $14 or $15 a beer. So
wow.
Yeah, and not so fast. But however, shout out to the bartenders for getting paid. Good job.
Dude, they probably made so much money.
Oh, easily. Yes, easily. And now everybody just keeps flipping that screen over like, just answer this one question real quick. And I'm like, no, I don't want to answer a question.
They should have to make you earn, like, no offense to them, but they're like, it's just going to ask you a quick question here. It's like, no. You should have to like, that shouldn't be an option. It should be like,
I'm just mad that wasn't the thing when I was bartending. Like, because it was all cash back in the day, or, you're writing it down and keeping a tab. And then you give me your credit card, it doesn't work. And hey, I got to get another card. Come back, swipe it again, like where was my screen at where I can flip it over? Like, hey, answer this question,
Like, yeah. It's like, it's just going to ask you. No, tell me it's going to ask me if I want to tip you.
Right.
At least make him do that. Like, hey, it's going to ask you if you want to leave a tip. Okay, I respect your game. Not ask me a question when we both know what the question is.
We know what that is.
Come out and say it.
Is my service good enough for a tip? No, it's not. You
want some immediate feedback?
Go ahead.
Who's next? I got one. You want me to go? All right, I'll go. I'll do it. I'm going to hang the banner for LSU Shreveport baseball. Nice. They need an SEC invitation after making the NAIA World Series with a perfect record of 54-0.
Holy what?
that deserves a banner hanging. They played an entire baseball season collegiately and went 54-0. That's a banner right there, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a banner.
LSU
sure.
Shreveport. Incredible.
Can
Hang
we
the banner.
Can we just also hang the banner to, like, if anyone's ever been to Shreveport, Louisiana, it is a dump too. Like, I don't mean to dunk on that town, but it is a terrible town. It's one of those towns where you lock your doors, keep your windows rolled up, and hammer down and get the hell out of there as fast as you can. So for a baseball team going 54-0 in that town, hang that banner.
Dude,
Is that why they're 54-0? Have people been forfeiting their games?
Oh, maybe you're like, yeah, we're not coming there to play. Maybe so. Hot take by the Butch.
Hang the banner.
Dude, that's incredible. Anybody else got to hang the banner?
Tex, you got one. Butch, what
Tex,
you got?
Butch? Nothing with football?
Hang the banner. Hang the banner for our 13 wins coming up. In your faces,
no.
guys. And a
Can't wait
successful
for that.
PGA Championship at Quail Hollow in Charlotte, resident North Carolina guys, the real North Carolina. And I don't know.
I'll take that.
What else?
Tex, you got one?
There you go.
Hang the banner for air conditioning, Tex? Everything okay over there?
Ice makers.
Still no AC.
Oh my gosh, how are you?
Oh
I
no.
don't know how you're doing it. How you wearing that
We
shirt?
got
right
a
now?
portable one.
You
that's
have no
just in the
AC?
bedroom.
What's going on?
No AC. I got your brother-in-law coming to look at it, Butch.
Oh,
Tuesday.
is he?
Well, not him personally, probably, but somebody who works for him.
Well,
Yeah,
you might as well get him to look at the ice maker you got humming in the background too.
Dude, freaking Hemi back there. Sounds like it's got Flowmasters in your refrigerator.
It's probably so hot in that house that ice maker's working overtime over there.
I'm saying.
I'm gonna hang the banner for NASCAR.
Oh
being at North Wilkesboro.
Love that.
Again.
Mm-hmm.
The All-Star.
All-Star. Yeah.
Hey, they're bringing back Rockingham too, by the way.
Yep.
They raced there in the Truck Series and Xfinity, but talks where NASCAR might be back at Rockingham by 27.
Butch, he says he's been. Butch said, or Nick said, Butch, I'm in Atlanta. I've been there. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, hang the banner for NASCAR for sure. Oh, that was a fun episode. I'm glad we got to yell about Brock Purdy and the Cowboys. That always makes me happy that we can yell at each other about that stuff.
I'm just glad that we're done talking about Brock Purdy, and hopefully
we're not.
Next
we
show,
probably won't be.
Hopefully next show there won't be one slide about Brock Purdy.
How about three of us have been to major golf tournaments the last 2 years and nobody's seen J.U.Y.S?
My point exactly.
I went last year. I couldn't find him.
Is he cropped? Is those pictures cropped?
I'm telling you, like all he does is
He's
sit
like
in
Flat
AC.
Stanley. You remember Flat Stanley?
And he just camps out on the 18th green and was like, "Oh, here I'm relevant now." That's.
I didn't see him last year when I was at the U.S. Open. Jeez. Okay. Anything else regarding anything? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Let's kick it.
Which episode this was? It was episode 245. We're the Millie Goats. Sign up for our podcast so that you get all the updates and follow us on all these social medias here. Podcast out every Monday. And at each other's teams, pretty much. So that's it. Episode 245. Go Niners. At least 11 wins, minimum.